Hello, welcome to Black History Month. Wow, we made it. I just realized that. Welcome to Black History Month, okay? Welcome and also welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. One word. Yeah, it's Black History Month, and yeah, that's dope. So, we're going to be talking about that story that's been circulating across the internet in regards to Demetrius Hailey, who happens to be a police officer, former Memphis police officer who was indicted for police brutality, kidnapping, all the other stuff against Tyre Nichols. And the story goes that Tyre Nichols worked at a FedEx facility with Demetrius Hailey's ex-wife, baby mama, and this was an act of revenge. So we're going to get into that story because there's a lot more details to it. Apparently, um, even Newsweek covered it. So we're going to get into those details about that story, so we can kind of diminish what's fact, fiction, and fake news and real news and all that other good stuff. But before we get into that story, let's see who's all up in the building. Okay, let's see who's all here. Welcome to Black History Month. We're a Black-owned media company. So if you have interest in watching more Black media, welcome aboard. Hello, Brenda Love. Hello, Kels. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Cami. Austin says, I made it on time. No, before time. Yeah. Well, I have to wait because we have the church bell, so those have to go first. But thank you. Hello, Creative Hands. How you doing today? Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Tia. Hello, Tamika. Hello, Bougie. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Shannon. How you doing today? Hello, Yolanda. Hello, Silver. Hello, Mimi. Hello, Leah. Hello, Camila. Hello, Kamiko. Hello, Naya. Anybody here from Facebook? Hello, Ezra. Right in on time. Hello, Nita. Hello, Lexi. Hello, Gail. Okay, Facebook coming in hot. Hello, Keisha. Hello, Defining Deborah. Hello, Lexi. Hello, Greatness. Hello, Missy. Hello, Unicorn Dimples. Hello, Deirdre. Hello, Alicia. Hello, AK. Hello, Auntie Tonisha. Hello, Sheree. Hello, Suli. Hello, D Jack says, hey, Chief. Hey, Nosy Cousins. What's up, Nosy Cousins? Hello, Timberly. Hello, Rose. Hello, Lexi. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Roxy Chicks. How y'all doing today? So if I missed any of you, I apologize. Welcome to the building. Thanks for being on time. Thanks for being on time in Black History Month, okay? It just cracked me up. I think it was the shortest month of the year. Why they be doing us like that? Why they be doing us? That's neither here nor there. Okay. That's neither here nor there. That's just what it is. It is what it is. So it is what it is. So I want to get into the story and I want to pull up this article. Give me 1 second while I pull it up for you guys. Hold all your tiny horses. Okay, so this article comes from Newsweek. They actually fact checked this story, and I'm proud of it because I actually like Newsweek. Okay, I don't really have a whole lot of bad stuff to say about them. I actually like Newsweek. Okay, so Newsweek says fact check was Tyre Nichols' girlfriend a wife of a Memphis cop? And they go into great detail with this. So we're gonna read the whole article because it's so good and juicy. So Newsweek says, and if you want to listen to it yourself, they actually it's only a 3-minute video. So there's rumors spread on social media linking Tyre Nichols, the man who died after he was allegedly beaten by police officers due to a routine traffic stop, to the partner of one of the officers charged in his murder. Police stopped Nichols at 29, and we already know that story. It says the family's attorney, Ben Crump, said in a press conference that Nichols was returning from Shelby Farms, a large parkland east of Memphis, where he was taking photos of the sunset. It says here more details about the case, and then it says various claims have been made that Nichols was in a relationship with a former girlfriend of Hailey. The girlfriend, these claims say, worked with Nichols at FedEx. It was claimed that the following is alleged beating of Nichols. Hailey took images of Nichols to send to his partner as a warning. And then it says here, Sir Major, an actor and model, tweeted on Monday, I am being told that Tyre Nichols, now mind you, an actor and model, and they put that there for a reason because that's not a news source. That's an actor and a model. Okay. So they put this disclaimer here so you know where it came from. Somebody who does not take scrape too far off into the surface said, and I quote, And here's the tweet says, I'm being told that Nichols was in a relationship with, a FedEx worker who was related to the cop. Okay, got it. It says, meanwhile, Lisa Campbell, a Washington, D.C. based life advisor, said that she was being told, again, a life advisor, not a journalist or a researcher, said that she was being told that the alleged beating was personal, and that Nichols was sleeping with Hailey's wife. In a post that has been viewed more than 2,000 times and another post viewed more than 1,500 times, she claimed that the wife had reported this to the police. Again, Newsweek could not find evidence to substantiate that claim that Nichols was in a relationship with the former girlfriend or ex-wife of Hailey. Newsweek has contacted Ben Crump and the Memphis Police Department. According to John Best, general manager of school radio and TV of Memphis Shelby County Schools, per his LinkedIn profile, the parents are aware of the rumor and believe it to not be true. In a Facebook post, Best said he met the lovely and beautiful parents of Nichols and said and asked them if they had a message and they wanted me to send this to the community. He said he claimed Rodney told him, the father of Tyre Nichols, with a stern and firm tone, please squash that rumor. That is not true. That's from the daddy. Okay. In a follow-up post, he added, "We can't bring our brother back. Whatever comes out, comes out. His pops asked me to do something, and I did it. No suspected motive for the alleged beating of Nichols has yet to have been given to the police, and separate investigation into the matter of the Memphis Police Department, but it's ongoing." So Newsweek had rated this claim unverified. They were able to unverify it. It says, now Newsweek could not independently verify the claims made by Nichols' alleged relationship. The claimant did not present corroborating evidence. The claims that Hailey's partner worked in FedEx in the Memphis area also remains unevidenced. Moreover, the relationship rumors disputed by individual claims to have spoken to Nichols' parents, who said who he said denied such relationship. Official investigations into this incident are ongoing. It's not publicly known if the claim forms part or the inquiry. An attorney representing Hailey could not be found. So therefore, we rated it unverified. It's an unverified claim. It's just an unverified claim. I'm gonna, it, we can believe what we want to believe, but I tend to go with I tend to err on the side of caution. And if the father says, I don't know what this is and what's going on, I'm gonna go with what the daddy said. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm gonna go with what the father said. The father said, I don't know what's going on. And to basically squash the rumors. Now, there is another article we're going to get to because Newsweek updated it and I haven't gotten time to read it, but I want to get to some of your comments first because now Newsweek has been following this claim. And it's so weird because internet rumors start all the time. And it's so strange that a big publication like Newsweek would even follow the story, but they're following it for a reason because now this is my personal opinion, not fact, but opinion. There's tons of news Newsweek could be covering. But the simple fact that Newsweek continues to follow this tiny claim means that somebody in the Newsweek editorial board believes there's some validity to it. So they updated the article 6 hours ago, and we're going to read the updates. But let me get to some of your comments first, okay? Let me get some of your comments first. This is from Will B. Says, Sir Major, Nosy, you could do a whole series on him. Whoa, who is he? I've never heard of him in my entire life. I swear I've never heard of him. This is from Nubian. Says, I saw this Newsweek web page this morning while on break at work. Still don't know if anything about it is true or not. This is from 075 Sino. Says, if they targeted him, it's basically premeditated murder. If, right? That's a big if. But yeah, you're absolutely correct. This from Diana. Says, hey, what's up, Diana? This from Naya. Says, I believe they're pushing the narrative because Crump wants to link the Scorpion unit with another man that was brutalized a week prior. He said it on the Breakfast Club. Yeah, because remember, Ben Crump, when he gets into your city, when Ben Crump gets in the city, he's going to look at all the other cases, because if he can turn that $10 million civil suit into a $1 billion civil suit, he's going to do it. So that totally makes a lot of sense. What's up, Shauna? How you doing today? B. Lash says premeditated murder. Wow, yeah. This from YMV says they should have rated it misleading material because it still doesn't validate why Tyre is no longer here. The reason why they classified it as unverified is because they couldn't, you can't, if one side is saying something and the other side can't be reached, it's unverified. Does that make sense? If one side is saying something, the other side could be reached, and the other side said that's not true, then it'd be misleading material. Do you understand what I mean? So it's unverified because the family, Crump, and the Memphis police have not gotten back to Newsweek. So it's understandable that it would be labeled that. I think, at least in my opinion, I think that's why they're labeling it that. This from Julia says, doing my homework and listening to y'all, but we have talked about this in my sociology class. Ooh, and it is a sociology issue, right? Sociology deals with the study of people. So when you're studying people, the police department is a whole bunch of peoples. This from Nubian says another channel said they found a girl named Tanisha Jeffries that has records of sharing the same address with Demetrius Hailey, but there might be a mix up about their name, confused with someone similar. I don't know much about Demetrius Hailey. I have to do some digging because I don't know if he was married prior. I'd have to look him up, look up the clerk of courts, a county auditor, see if he had a marriage license filed. I'd have to look that up and then seeing who's on the marriage license. That's how I would look it up. So if this other YouTube channel stated that's how she looked him up, I wonder if she went through that avenue. So the first thing you do is look him up. You go to the county auditor site in the county, but that's a big if he got married in Memphis. Not everybody gets married where they work. Does that make sense? So even if he worked in Memphis, it's not to say he got married in Memphis. He could have got married in Fulton County. You understand what I mean? So I would just start in Memphis, the county auditor. You enter the name of the groom and the bride, and usually their marriage license come up, and then you take their full name, how they wrote it on their marriage license, and then you put it into the clerk of courts to see if they're divorced. If there's no divorce on file, that means they're still currently and actively married. And then you take that name and then you take it to the other portion of the county auditor's website where you search for their postal code, see if they have property together. That's how I would look it up. So to see, but then again, he could have property. Demetrius Hailey could have property in his name, but it could be in his mom's name, his dad's name. They could be on the deed. His kids could be on the deed if he has kids. You know what I mean? So I haven't taken a dig that deep because I didn't think the story warranted it, but maybe it does. Maybe the story does. Maybe the story requires a little bit more of introspective digging. That's possible. It's quite possible. So yeah, I would definitely like to see this person, this YouTube channel you're referring to. I like to see how they were doing their digging on here. This from Mod said they took pictures of Tyre after they beat him. That is true. Now we don't know why. We don't know if it was because of an ex-girlfriend or if it was because of that scorpion unit. You know what I mean? This from Shell says, "Hey Nosy, parents don't know every woman that their child's dealing with, so the dad knows this matter of factly because I don't know. He couldn't be reached for comment. We haven't read the updated article yet, but we gonna see." This from Virtuous Eater. He says, "Crump ain't playing with these folks. He about his business. He about to bankrupt Memphis. He about to bankrupt Memphis." Mm. Yeah, this from Queen of Destiny says, "I'm not sure who started the rumor, but I believe we are also anxious for at least a motive for this horrible beating, it to be spread." Because what people don't, and you're absolutely right, Queen of Destiny. The reason what people don't understand is that when they're white, the officers are white and the victim is of color, it's typically racism. So that's the motive. We don't need any other, you know what I mean? We ain't gotta do no more digging. But when they're black, there's gotta be a motive because it's not racism, because black people cannot be racist against other black people. They can be bigoted, they can be classist, right? If you're a rich black person looking down on poorer black people, that's classism. It's not racism. You can be bigoted, right? Like you're a black person who predominantly grew up in a white neighborhood. You can be bigoted toward black people, but you're not racist. Does that make sense? So when black people are inflicting the brutality, we got to have a motive because we know it's not racism. It's something. And we're all curious, like, what the heck is the something? You know what I mean? This is from Mod Mode says, "I think as humans, we can't fathom someone can just get beat like that for no reason." Yeah, no, you're right. Because there's got to be a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. Even the crazies, right? Serial killers and all that other stuff and whatnot. There's always a reason as to why they did it. So it's not like there's no reason. There's a reason. We just got to figure out what it is. This from Naya says, "I think it could be a huge coincidence for them to share the address she worked with Tyre. Can you fact check that?" Not right now, but I can check it into it later. This from Nubian X says, "Yeah, oh, that's not for me. Sorry about that." So let's get into this other. Let's get into this other article. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the update. So they updated it today. So that one was written a couple of days ago. Here is the update, and let's read what they have got to say. It says Tyre Nichols' rumored connection to ex-cop and wife is now under investigation. Interesting. Interesting. I told you there's a reason, right? Internet rumors happen all the time. There's zero reason as to why Newsweek would pick up a story, a rumor, an internet rumor for no reason, because there might be some validity to it. There might be some validity to it. So the fact that now that portion of what people are claiming on the internet is now part of their investigation, that is interesting. Okay. And Newsweek, they knew to pick up on it because they're like, this is something. We don't know what, but it's something. Especially these are seasoned journalists. So if they're reaching out to you like, hey, is this true? Is this true? And you're not saying nothing, then in the back of their seasoned journalist heads, like there has to be some validity to it. Mm. So I don't know. We don't know what she is. It's an ex-wife or baby mama. Let's just call her, for the argument's sake, okay, for the entirety of this entire show here at the Nosy Bystanders. For argument's sake, we're just gonna call her his ex-partner. So we don't have to play word salad with each other in the comments, okay? So that is what we're gonna go with. You don't have to worry about baby mama, wife, ex high school sweetheart. Don't worry about titles. Just say this is the ex-partner of this cop. Okay, so that way we can actually get into the story, because if we get so concerned about titles, it just do you understand what I'm trying to say? You get thrown off. So let's get into this article about the ex partner. Okay, so it says that the Memphis Police Department is currently investigating rumors regarding a possible connection between Tyre and the ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. Again, ex-partner is just what we're going to use here. Okay. Because again, we don't play semantics here. Just call it whatever you want to call it in your head. And please, for the love of God, do not fight with people in the comments about what we're going to call this mystery person. Of one of the Memphis police arrested and charged with Nichols' death on Wednesday morning, Newsweek asked the Shelby County District Attorney's Office if it is investigating possible rumors of a connection between Nichols and the ex-girlfriend or the ex-wife of the former Memphis cop Demetrius Hailey. Additionally, Newsweek asked about rumors that Hailey sent photos of Nichols to his ex-wife following the violent arrest. All of this is under investigation. Keyword, all of this is under investigation. Those are the things, along with participations of others, that are now the subject of an investigation. Woo! Oh, they was on to something. They all, whoever started this whoever got this tip is on to something. Okay? They're definitely on to something. They're definitely on to something, because there's something yeah. Now the fact that they said all of this is still under investigation. They could have the Shelby County District Attorney could easily said, we don't know what that is, and just we're just going to put that to the side now. We're really focused on this investigation. They said all of it. Woo child, woo child, ghetto. Okay, because this is how you got to read these articles. Okay, and then let's continue. It says that Erica Williams, the director of communications for the Shelby County District Attorney's Office, clarified to Newsweek that rumors about Nichols having a connection to the woman have not been confirmed. We know that there have been questions about other officers and fire department personnel on the scene, persons remotely operating cameras, the potential of false reporting, among other things. We are now at the stage of our investigation where we're looking at all of these matters. So now they have cracked it open. And the reason why they said personnel on the scene, persons remotely operating cameras, and the potential of false reporting are among other things. I never heard any claim about somebody operating cameras, which means, if you guys know that they have this called Memphis Skyhawk. It's those cameras that are on like the corners of the streets where the police department can watch the corners of the streets. So I think they're saying that because the people who might be operating those cameras, who might have witnessed what was going on to Tyre, could have been pivoting the cameras and turning them so that they didn't catch what was going on. The second thing that could mean is that somebody was either FaceTiming someone when this was occurring, right? Or somebody sent a video while this was occurring, which is crazy. Because I never heard any claim like that, that there was persons remotely operating cameras. I didn't even know that was part of the investigation. Um, it says at this time, none of the accusations are confirmed. However, nothing is off the table as this is a very active investigation and very still early investigation. Last week, five former Memphis police officers were charged in the death of Tyre Nichols, who died of injuries following a traffic stop. The five officers identified there. It says the officers executed a traffic stop. We saw that there. This is part of the memorial. I'm just trying to get through the stuff we already know. It says following the death of Nichols, rumor circulated on social media that there was a connection between the ex-girlfriend and the ex-wife of Hailey. And this is what was posted on Twitter by that actor person. It said Newsweek previously conducted a fact check surrounding it as unverified due to the lack of evidence. Additionally, Facebook user John Best said that he had spoken with Nichols' parents, who said that the rumor was not true. After the introduction, I was asked them any message that they had to say. They said, squash that rumor about my son dating. Okay. It says, after the introduction, I asked them any message that they want me to send to the community. And the pop said, yes. And with a stern and firm tone, he said, squash that rumor about our son dating one of those officers' wives' girlfriends. Please squash that rumor. That is not true. Best, who was the general manager of the school's radio and TV station in Memphis Shelby County, wrote that in a Facebook post. And then this is the tweet by Alex Capilera. I don't know how to pronounce his name. And then we had that there. But Newsweek still kept it as unverified, their claim. This is unverified, but the Shelby County prosecutor's office, our district attorney's office said very much everything's on the table. Everything is very much on the table. Everything is on the table. Nothing's off the table. And that's really interesting. I want to know about that remote viewing. I wonder at the end of this investigation, how many officers are going to end up getting fired because of this? Let me get some of your comments. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, you guys. Thursday? Let me get some of your comments. Sorry, I had to send a message out. This is from Bo Lady says the cop took a picture of him laying on the ground. Yes, we heard that. Virtuous Eatery says why the people many of the cameras didn't call to report what they were watching. I don't know. This is from Eban's Film says this is phony. The gossip channels just keep feeding into it. YouTube promotes it. We're reading an article from Newsweek. So I'm trying to be mean, but you sound like you're new here. So this article it's not gossip, at least for the people who subscribe to Newsweek. This is Newsweek attempting to fact check this rumor. This isn't about some weird salacious gossip. You've come to the wrong spot to attempt to correct somebody. This is from Nubian said, oh, that's not for me. Sorry about that. This is Mod Mode says, did they release the name of the seventh cop? I just got the sixth one. No, they did not. Purple Gold says one of them had a cell phone. Got you guys. We got it. We got the cell phone and something else. We got that. This is from Mikia says, I saw someone say that the news needs to have them in their gang colors, dress blues instead of regular street clothes. I don't know what that means. What's up, Natalie? How you doing today? I don't know what that means. Dress in their gang colors. I don't know what that means. This is from Quinn Candy says one of the cops. Let me read some of these comments before I post them up here. This is from Defining Deborah says they have been doing this before and got away with it. Or why would they leave the body cameras? Or unless they thought they could get away with it, even if other officers saw it. I think they're used to getting away with it. Like police brutality cases that go viral and that are incredibly popular and that get nationwide attention, It's like an algorithm, you guys. There are tons of police brutality cases that occur literally every single day. And until they like sweep the nation, do you understand what I mean? Then they don't go viral and then the police department doesn't get forced to correct it. So yeah, I think they've been doing this for a long time. And this is the first time they ever got caught. And hold on one second. This is the first time they ever got caught and got held to, the right standard. Like, no, you can't do this. You can't just be pulling people over all willy-nilly, violating their civil rights and civil liberties, and then beating them to a pulp. You know what I mean? Now, when we talked about that Scorpion unit, um, that is a real thing, which I thought it was just a made up rumor, like a Memphis rumor, but it's a real thing because the city of Memphis had announced last week they disbanded the Scorpion unit. Yeah, so they disbanded it because maybe that unit has high crime and high violations of civil rights and civil liberties in the name of justice and keeping the streets clean. You understand what I mean? This one Double H says, honestly, social media plays a big part in investigating these days. The streets are always talking. That's right. This from April says all the cops had their cell phones out recording. Got you. This from D for Diamond says they didn't report it because it is business as usual. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Business as usual. Business as usual. But this Newsweek article, I find it really, really, really interesting. I think the Newsweek article is really interesting because, like, the fact that they're spending a good amount of time investigating it, in my personal opinion, means that there's got to be some validity to it. And the simple fact that the district attorney's office said, "Oh, no, 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 everything's on the table." Everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. Everything's on the table because here's the thing. If the police department, the Memphis Police Department can say, right, let's say for example, let's say this claim turns out to be verified and it's true. It stops the Justice Department and the federal government from investigating the Memphis police because they kept this Scorpion unit longer than it should have been, and it should have been disbanded years ago. So if they can just find one iota of a reason to vilify these cops without it being attached to the Scorpion unit, then it means that the Justice Department won't investigate the entire police department, which could cause all kinds of uproar in the city. So they need to find a motive that is separate from the police department fast. Does that make sense to you guys? They got to find a motive relatively quickly. This is from Ebands says the punches don't line up with the punches don't line up with the context of the hits though. Plus the cop's hands was in okay, we're not going to use that word cuz and girly mode on the punch neck it out in slow-mo, I promise. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? This one Evan says any editor downloaded the footage, then look where the punch audio strikes as compared to actual karate kick. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't, just tell us what you're theorizing. This is from Virtuous Eatery says, no, those units are everywhere. They are everywhere. They are. They're just not widely known. Does that make sense? They're just not widely known. This from Mod Mode says, yeah, they're used to doing things this trying to convince themselves that Tyre was high, and they kept saying he was high. They're going to make any excuse. Remember, they know they're being recorded, so they're going to say anything to just, to validify why they're doing what they're doing. This from Timberly says, did you see the background of the chief? No, I didn't. What do you mean the background? This is from Sean says the Lieutenant Murray Smith is a seventh officer allegedly. Dwayne Maurice Smith. Let's look him up. Mm. I don't see anything in the news, but we'll keep it posted. This from Jacqueline says they didn't think they would get caught. They have done this more than they know. It's just business as usual. Correct. This is from the cool one says, they had one in ATL, yeah, called the Red Dogs, and the police chief was all over that one as well. This from Tovana says, are you about to obtain the police report? I saw the cussing pastor posted it, but I didn't trust those folks outside of you. No, the cussing pastor, he's not really known for sharing misinformation. I'm not saying like, oh, he's a trusted source, but he's not really known for doing that. Does that make sense? He's not really known for that's not his like MO. His MO is not false and fake news. So if he posted it, it's probably real. Remember, police reports are a matter of public record, so anyone could get it. And what police report? Like, let me see if I can find it real quick. No, I don't see it online. I'd have to go get it. I can go get it, but you gotta give me time. I need a day to get it. This one Dream says so sad. Why take an oath that you would protect and serve the people of the community? I don't know. I don't know if they actually take that oath seriously. Does that make sense? I don't even know if they take that oath seriously. I think they just say it. Like, police departments are gangs. They don't got to be attached to a Scorpion unit or a Red Dog unit or all that other stuff. It's a gang. It's fraternal brotherhood. Okay, it's a frat, if you will. It's just a gang. They just get in so they can get the benefits and eat off the city and your tax dollars so that they can just live a cushy life and do whatever they want to do. It's like if the FBI operated the same way as the police department operated, the FBI wouldn't exist anymore. If the CIA operated the same way that all the police departments operated, they would not exist anymore. Do you see what I mean? Like, they wouldn't exist. They would not exist. They would not exist at all. This from Virtuous Eatery says, what's sad is cops that wasn't a part of the unit got sent to other areas of the force without being investigated. And they know they had complaints. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a whole mess. The whole situation is a mess. The whole video, all four videos are a mess. Like the white officer, right? Did he get charged or did he just get let go? You see what I mean? Like, what happened to him? You see what I mean? This from Eban says, stage, debunk me first, then we can talk. Oh, I don't debunk nameless, faceless people in the comment section. So if you thought you were gonna come here and debate, I'm not doing that. That police video is very real because there's a real dead person. So if you're sitting here trying to piss on Tyree Nichols' grave, go do that somewhere else. Okay. We don't talk about the dead like that. Like, oh, that's fake. That's kabuki theater. He didn't really die. He's an AI ghost or whatever it is people like you think. I don't care. But like get out of here with that mess. Like it's not staged. There's nothing that's staged. Like, what is there to debunk? There's a dead person and there's people in jail who have tons and tons and tons of footage of them beating him senseless. Why would I try to debunk a nameless, faceless person in a chat box? That doesn't even make any sense. You know, try to be sensical here. You know what I mean? And have a little respect for the dead. Like, because I promise you this, if you die, you wouldn't want people across the internet telling you that your death isn't real and that the person who beat you senseless, it's not real. It's all CGI and computer animation. Your ghost will probably be like, "What are you talking about? I'm really dead, and that person really beat me to a pulp." I know people are not on the internet telling people that this is made up and I'm not a real ghost. You would probably like you would probably be offended as you'd be an offended ghost. Okay, so no, this is not staged. It's very much real. You're a nameless, faceless chatbot. okay, in the or chat person in the chat, and I'm not going to argue with crazy. Does that make sense? So you're more than welcome to chat amongst the crowd in the chat, but I won't be reading your messages. So, but good luck. Good luck to you. There are no moderators, so good luck and Godspeed. Okay. Ain't nothing I can do for you. Listen, when the chat get a hold of you, you ain't can't get no help from me. Okay. So good luck, Godspeed, because the chat gon' chat. Okay, this from Lizzie says, who is going to do something though? We can hire a lawyer and bury our family members, but who will take action to ensure this stops? Black people are being hunted. The only way, okay, if you want to hear my true political degree analysis on how to end police brutality, I'm telling you right now, and y'all probably not gonna like it, but it's true. The United States needs a full reset. And there's a number of ways you can do it. There's only two ways you can reset the United States. Okay. So this is going to be a long-winded response. Most of you are not going to like it, but here we go. So the first thing you do is a constitutional convention. You get 2/3 of the states, 2/3 of the House and the Senate to come together and host a convention. Imagine it like Comic-Con. You host a Comic-Con for the Constitution, and all your states representatives come in and they just start at the top of the Constitution, the preamble, and they work their way all the way down until it's rewritten to the best of their ability. The more people who show up per faction gets the most say so. So if the Green Party showed up more than the Democrats and Republicans, they'd probably be doing most of the writing. Okay. That is one way to do it. The second way to rewrite the Constitution in order to benefit the people is a civil war. You have to go to war. The Civil War is what causes a reset because it makes the US look like, oh, wow, okay, everybody's fighting. They're fighting for good reason. So what are they fighting for? And of all the factions, north side, north, south, east, and west, whatever they're going to call themselves, because I don't know, right? I've never lived through a civil war. Whatever the factions call themselves, then whoever has the majority of fighters, right? Like imagine it like California versus Florida versus Nebraska versus Texas, right? If Texas shows up with the most people and Texas wins the Civil War, Texas would be the ones rewriting the Constitution, right? Because they'd have the most living people left to do the writing. So those are the only two ways to reset. My personal opinion, we need to go straight to Civil War. It's that simple. Civil War, for a lot of people who don't know, does not mean we fight the United States. Okay, I want to make that clear. In the war of 1865, the Civil War of 1865, we did fight with the United States, right? Effectively, but at the same time in the South, there were also generals and things of that nature too. It was almost equal combat. But currently, we're in 2023. So if we were to engage in a Civil War style battle, the United States couldn't take part in it because the United States is simply just an arbiter of the Constitution. So they don't get to jump in and do anything, right? They don't get to annihilate us with nukes or anything. They just kind of, only thing that the federal government can do is just protect their property. So put guards around state houses and DC and the White House, but they're not allowed to engage in battle because that'd be violation of the Geneva Convention. So the United States couldn't fight. They would have to let us fight. And by us, I mean state to state, right? Texas National Guard versus California National Guard versus Texas Coast Guard versus California's Coast Guard. That's how it's fought, right? The people, right? And the reason why I say the Coast Guard and the National Guard is because they're run by the governor. So that's how it would be. Each state would just duke it out, if you will. Each state is going to duke it out and they go head to head, right? In my eyes, the fastest way to be able to take over a state is to get to the governor's mansion. Not me giving out strategies of war, but I've studied enough war in college where I understand that's usually how you win. So if I were to stay to Texas, I would protect my governor and my state house, and then I would go north to Oklahoma and take their governor and their state house. Once you take the governor and his state house, it's an automatic win. Okay, you've now conquered Oklahoma. Let's head to Nebraska. And you do the same thing until you've taken over as many territories as possible, until you have fought yourself to exhaustion. And then the federal government steps in, is like, who is the declared winner? Okay, Texas land. Okay, Texas land, what do you want? We want to rewrite the Constitution. Got it. And that's what the United States does. It in turn allows the successor, the winner, to do what they please, right? Because they're going to be the ones who are going to be managing the government at that point, especially if Texas land has taken over most of the West Coast. So that's usually how that goes. But yeah, that's the only way. So that's the long-running response, but that is the only way to stop anything, is to have a rewriting of the United States Constitution. Is it possible? Yeah, it's very much possible. America's what people don't understand is America's on the brink of civil war, and we all just pretend it's not happening, but it is definitely happening. It is definitely with the weakening of our civil rights and civil liberties, with each state becoming more and more pronounced, right? Look at Florida and what Governor DeSantis is doing. He's treating Florida like it's his own nation state. And so is Texas. So is California. And so is New York. So everyone is treating their state like it's a nation. Because every state is like, look, we don't know what the federal government's doing. Our state seems to be doing pretty good, and I'm not too interested in sharing our goods with you. So yeah, we're gonna do what we got to do over here. We got good universities, we got good schools, we got good housing. We're just keep our people back here. We don't know what y'all doing over there in Connecticut, but stay the fuck out of New York. So that's how they treat it. They treat it as each state it has its own sovereignty, even though it doesn't. Each state, right, according to the 10th Amendment of the 10th Amendment of the Constitution, says that whatever's not enumerated, or whatever it's called, in the Constitution, is the right is given to the states, right? So that's why states control the lottery. It's not in the Constitution. That's why states control not guns, but states can control the licensure of guns and hunting and driver's licenses. Those things are and license plates. Those things are not in the Constitution. So the state can govern those things, right? So I think that's just where we're at. I think that's where we're at in the United States. Like we need a master reset, because there's way too many racists, way too many conspiracy theorists. They got to go, because conspiracy theorists don't fight. Okay. So they got to go. The racists got to go. Go ahead, throw the hoteps. Go ahead, throw the hoteps in there. They got to go too. Okay. They got to go too. So that's just the name of the game when it comes to war. I'm a preponderant of war. I'm a preponderant of war. I'm not gonna be here. I'm Black. I'll be in Mexico, because they're gonna welcome us in open arms. If you're any shade darker than me, good luck trying to get into Mexico. If you don't speak Spanish, good luck. If you're white, and you're not a fighter, I highly encourage you to head straight to the northern border if you can, or wait it out. But we definitely need something like that here in the United States. Let me get some of your comments. Sorry, I missed a whole lot. This from as Renee says, we are living under overseered laws. I don't know what that means. Until the founding principles of the nation are abolished and then rewritten, we will continue to see these things happen. I don't know what the overseers laws are, or founding principles, but we are definitely governed under the United States Constitution. And until that's changed, the Constitution is old. It did what it had to do for the time being. I think, minus the racism, I think the U.S. Constitution is probably, next to the Magna Carta, is probably one of the most beautifully written documents to ever grace the world. Because the founding fathers, minus the racism, they knew that we'd be here. And it's crazy that they would be able to foresee that 250 years in the future. They knew that a bunch of religious zealots were just going to try to steamroll their way into the country. They're like, all right, everybody just believe what you want to believe. Isn't that crazy though? Just think about that for a second, because they knew the religious crazies were going to come out. So they're like, just believe whatever the garbage you want to believe. But we don't believe nothing, but you can believe whatever you want. We're not going to persecute you because we know you're a weirdo who hangs out with your sky daddy. Okay. But go ahead and believe whatever you want. So I feel like when I read the Constitution, it's a very well written document, but it's not current at all, right? The whole bearing of arms, we still, to this day, we're still arguing about what that means. And I don't I don't think that, I mean, there's a lot of things in the Constitution that just need to go. Civil rights and civil liberties, keep, you know, right to autonomy, 14th Amendment, keep that. Keep the First Amendment, keep the right to assemble, keep religious freedom, keep that. Bearing arms, go ahead and get rid of that one. Go ahead and get rid of it. Get rid of that one. Toss it to the wayside. Okay, this from Sheree says, I mean, Texas been on that time for years, but we should not be the winners. It depends, right? That's just how civil war is. It's just how it's who to the victor belong the spoils. That's really what the phrase says. To the victor belong the spoils. If you're the victor, you win whatever you win. This from Bodala says, pray for Memphis. Our city police department is continuously failing us. Yeah, they got to go too. This from Just Bougie says, okay, oh, you're not talking to me. This is from Sheree. La Cherie says, well, this is what you are doing. This is what you're doing. Have your opinion and keep watching. If you don't like it, then leave. Oh, y'all not talking to me. Y'all still talking to that nameless, faceless person. This from as Renee says, but the laws support the separation between states and federal regulation. We only insert the feds, but we want to run it up through the higher court. Shaking my head. But the laws support the separation between states and federal regulation. What do you mean the laws support the separation? The states and the feds are separate. They're two different bodies, right? The federal government is its own body, and the states are their own body to a specific degree. The states have to follow the US Constitution, except for things that are not enumerated in it, right? Like driver's licenses. The federal government doesn't have any law on driver's licenses, but the states do. So only to a degree, only to a degree. Each state has their own constitution, but it does not supersede the United States Constitution. Does that make sense? It doesn't. That's why state constitutions are incredibly specific, and the United States Constitution is incredibly vague, but it's vague for a reason. The vagueness is to be argued through our court system. At least that's how James Madison saw it, right? Argue that in the court. So, or Alexander Hamilton, I'm sorry. That's how he wanted it to be argued within the courts, right? Because it is a matter of relativity, right? What's relative to one judge may not be relative to the other judge, but they can argue it through their dissension. So that's what, at least I think that's what you're surmising. This is from Taurus Season says, if you think about it, we kind of already in a civil war because Texas keeps beefing with New York. We're not engaged in a full blown out civil war. You'll know it when it happens because it won't stop. This is from Anastasia. Is it? I hope I'm saying your name right. It says police are locally controlled, so it's also possible that the laws governing police be revisited at the local level. They should be. It's just the fact that there aren't, which sucks. This is your follow up. Says states are acting like this because of how the country was founded as settlers, colonizers, and the Constitution written to protect these states' sovereignty, including slavery. That's the thing that people don't understand. States are sovereign to a degree. You know what I mean? You're sovereign to a degree. You're not sovereign to the point where you can just like start printing your own money and stuff, right? It's to a degree, but some people don't quite understand like what that means. Because again, our US our school system here in the US sucks. C says I'll be in Jamaica. Yeah, I'll definitely be in Mexico. This from Eban, still here, says download the video and check it out for yourself. I'm not. The fact that you're still here is crazy. No one's watching your kooky video. Okay, this from Carlos Summers says, do you honestly think and believe the FBI CIA would not be involved in a civil war? I think they would interfere. Well, they're citizens, so they can fight, they can fight within their own factions, but they can't fight in the name of the FBI. Does that make sense, right? If you're in Texas and you're an FBI agent in Texas and some war breaks out and you want to partake in it, right? Because you think Texas could win. And I'm just using that term loosely. It's not really Texas. It's whatever factions are in the state of Texas, right? Who are fighting in the name of Texas. He can fight in the name of Texas, but he's not going to be fighting in the name of the FBI because at the end of the Civil War, the FBI may not even exist. Do you understand? The civil wars are made for resets. So everything that is established now may not exist when they're done. The president may not even exist when they're done. Does that make sense? Right? The Civil War could end and a big faction of the East could win and be like, we're done with presidencies. We just want standing governors, right? One governor or six governors who are elected as a board to represent the people. So at the end of the war, you may not even have a president. You may not even have a Congress. They could say we just want 100 people, or we want like 200 people per faction to represent all the people. That could be 1,000 people, right? That could be their new. That could be their new. It's whatever the person who wins wants. Does that make sense? So even if someone who were in the FBI, CIA say, "Oh, I'm fighting for the state of New York," and New York wins, and then they create a constitutional convention, rewrite the Constitution. None of everything that existed could continue to exist. They could just be like, we wasted too much money on the military. Cut the military. We don't need it. Just protect the border, and that's it, right? We'll keep border patrol, but we get rid of the United States Standing Army. That's dumb. It can happen. Right? FBI could not exist. They'd be like, you know what? We spent billions on counterintelligence. What did it get us? Absolutely nothing. Get rid of FBI, get rid of CIA, get rid of the NSA. Done with those programs. Done. And they're done. So even if you fight as a FBI agent, doesn't necessarily mean that when the war is over, the FBI is going to still be a thing. We don't know that, right? That's why you wait till the dust settles so before you can make sense of everything. This is from this is not for me. It's not for me. This is for me. This is from Bo. Bo Lady says Ebans has 32,000 followers, but took time to come visit us. Why? Please tell us. I don't know. I'm not interested in. Listen, Ebans. Let me just. I'm not gonna block you. Okay, you seem like a well-to-do person. We're not gonna block you. We don't care what you have to say. You don't have to fight in the comment section. No one cares. You've come to the wrong live stream to advocate for your conspiracy theories. Okay, you can screen record this and talk about this for the next week on your show and tell people that I'm a reptilian. I don't care. Okay. And that, oh, she believes in science and that gravity exists or whatever it is you people think. Okay. I don't care. If you're looking for content, you got to find it somewhere else. You've picked the wrong fight with the wrong group of people because we don't tussle with people on the internet if you're not a celebrity or the shade room. Okay. So we don't care. Your comments in the comment section mean zero to us because no one will ever go back and read them. You're wasting your breath and you're really wasting your time. And it's really kind of sad because if you have more followers than us, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be like editing content or I don't know, making tinfoil hats or something in your basement? I don't know what y'all do over there, okay? But this ain't the place. This ain't the time and place to be trying to argue with common sense, okay? This is from just because I love you. I know. What's up, Ashlyn? How you doing today? This from Nisha says his page doesn't reflect these comments. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't even know who he is. Is he? I don't even know what. Let's just take a deep dive into this person. Let's just figure out who this person is so we can get him out of our hair. Okay, because I don't know why people be coming over here bothering us. We just be over here being nosy bystanders. Let's take a deep. Okay, we're live. We're live. I'm live. Let's take a look into the comment section. Let's see who this person is. Because good Lord, let's go to your channel. What did you talk about? You were just live you were live for 3 hours? You were live for 11 hours? Man, what you do all day? Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see what you talk about since you so desperately want the attention of just a regular person. Let's see what your whole thing is about. This is him. For 9 years. Do you talk? Or do you just watch other people's stuff? What do you do? Yep. Once they start getting like that. I know this is not you. Like when niggas start sliding, that's when it ain't right. This is him, y'all. He just slide. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. This him. I don't know how he found us, but sir, okay, it's him. It's the voice.
Nigga just hit the brakes and just, yeah,
This is who we're arguing with.
yeah. And I drive, but like, nah, some of that shit ain't right.
What are you talking about?
That shit is. I need to look on the internet and see what's going on. Let me see.
I mean, you got a nice setup, but why are you crazy? I don't know.
Or excuse me, December 7th of 1941. I think I was about 8 or 9 years old at the time, and they said.
Okay, well, you seem like you got a decent channel. You talk about a lot of stuff. Okay, we did a review, and you're good to go. Turn your comment section on so when you go live, people can interact with you. But look, honey, we whatever you selling, we not buying. Okay, whatever you selling, we not buying. All right, at least we don't want to. Okay, I don't know what you get into. I'm not in the business of watching 12, 15-hour live streams. I wish, but good luck and Godspeed, sir. Um, not Cora. This Mika says, "A girl, don't be playing them spirits in our." Not spirits in our house, girl. Not you call it our house, girl. This is from just Bougie says, "Do we have to teach you everything? Who me? You gotta teach me everything." Um, but yeah. So back to what we were talking about. I forgot what we were talking about. We're on something else. Okay. Evans, good luck, sir. You seem like a nice guy. You seem like you like conspiracy theories, but this is just not what we do. Okay. Unfortunately, we can't dabble into conspiracy theories because we have an actual name for ourselves that we can't that we can't be out here just slandering by just posting salacious stuff. Like salacious stuff is great and all, but I thought I had my shoes. I ain't got no shoes, just my socks. I like wearing shoes when I'm at my desk, but no, we don't. We just can't. We can't dabble into conspiracy theories because we made a name for ourselves about being accurate and correct. We're pretty accurate on stuff, so we take our time with stories, and we just can't just get into all of that other nonsense. It's from Natalie. Oh, this is not for me. This is from Cookie Woods. What's up, Cookie? Said he looks like Chris Brown from CB4, and I don't know what that is. I'm late. It's drama. No, Z Monroe. There's no drama. This from Eban says, I asked with an A. Is that not legit? What's an A? An attitude? You said I'm accurate also. Okay. No, you don't gotta call me ma'am. I'm not 40 yet. Okay. And that's fine. Okay. But I don't believe the video is doctored. Even if it was doctored, Tyree Nichols is still dead. How do you explain that part? Or are you alleging he's not dead? Like help me understand what your theory is. Cause like he's Tyree is very much dead. So like even if the video is fake, how do you explain the death? G Flo said, Chief, you bringing them out the woodwork tonight. That's such a black term. Happy Black History Month, y'all. I've never heard any other set of people talk about woodwork except black people. And I would love so desperately to know where that comes from. Um, I would love to know so desperately where that comes because my mom and my grandparents and everyone always says that like, "Ooh, child, they coming out the woodwork." And you know what woodwork is? It's just a frame around your door. But I've never heard anyone else say that except black people. You know, I wonder where that comes from. This from Dream says his hospital picture shows that he was beat. Yeah, it does. It does. You said I've been here. Been here in this live stream or here is in where you're physically sitting. Iban says, that's what I need people like you to help figure out. You want me to help you figure out if someone's dead? Okay. Well, the only way to find out someone's dead is to get their death certificate. That's a matter of public record. So if you want to know if he's actually dead, just go get a copy of his death certificate. anyone can get a copy of her death certificate because the death certificate is a matter of public knowledge. The public needs to know when there are dead people around, just lying around. So if you want to know if he's truly dead, I mean, in all intensive purposes, he is dead, but just go get a copy of his death certificate. You know where he died. He died in Memphis. You know his name and you know his birthday. Just go get, or just call the coroner, the whatever the county is in Memphis. Call the medical examiner's office. They tell you, they have to. I've called the coroner's office plenty of times on stories. They literally have to tell you if someone's dead or not, right? And they have to tell you how they died. So just do both those things and bing, bang, boom, you're done. That's from Julia says, I'm going to burn some sage for you playing folk stuff on this. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves. But now that we're in another hour, okay, I want to switch the story real quick, okay? Because we talked about Civil War and we talked about Tyre. I want to talk about another quick story really quickly. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to the top of my page. I want to know the heathen. I want to know the heathen who filed a copyright claim against me for a video. It's a general user. I wanted to get into this.
Okay, y'all, it's the battle.
I wanted to get into this story. Do you guys know? Are you familiar with Stella Woods and this whole Stella Williams and Jordan Woods situation about this dress? Are you guys familiar with that story? Because I want to talk about it. I feel like we haven't talked. I feel like I didn't even get a chance to talk about it, but I want to talk about it. This is from Mikia says Google too. Suddenly, apparently in public or revealing their opinions when previously they did not make themselves known. What does that mean? Y'all not talking to me. Yes. Okay. You're familiar with the story? This from Renette says, just because you've never heard another race say it doesn't mean others don't use that expression. That's true. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, you're probably right. No, spill the beans. Okay. Yes, Stella talked about that dress to hell and back. Okay, but here's the thing. I did not like the comments in this comment section because although I'm gonna have to side with Stella on this one and Jordan. I actually side with both of them. Did Stella drag it? Yes. Did Jordan address it? Also, yes. But the comments about her body had nothing to do with the dress. She wasn't complaining that the dress didn't fit. She also didn't complain that the dress didn't help her look appropriate. She didn't complain about that. She only complained about the mesh and the hemming, which she corrected the hemming. So the fact that people are like, well, the dress ain't for you. The dress ain't fit for your body. She never said that. She never said that. She never said that. She never, if you know who Stella Williams is, you know she actually don't care what y'all think about her body. She's been doing it for a while. So the fact that people are coming for her about the dress and how it looks on her body was strange. And they were doing it in my comment section. It was strange. I'm gonna read you some of the comments. Oh, we gonna open it. Oh, we about to open the comment section, okay? Because listen, honey, if my page don't do nothing, it's gonna give some comments, okay? Someone said, that mesh is cheap looking. $123 is insane. Somebody said the bigger picture is that it doesn't fit her body. Somebody said that she should have felt scammed by her parents. Someone said that she should be glad that the mesh fits. Someone says it wasn't for Stella's body type. Someone said that's a strong mesh. Being messy, that's a strong mesh. Someone says, Stella, look at the fit on you and look at it on Jordan. The dress wasn't meant to be sheer on you. Someone said this isn't even the same dress because of her body. Yeah, they said she overstretched it. What? Y'all, she never talked about that. She never talked about that. If the dress goes up to a 3X, if she can fit a 3X, then Jordan meant to sell it to people who can fit a 3X. Okay. So let me get some of y'all comments. This from Becky says, "Girl, what do you be reading? You read all those comments wrong and then say, I don't know what that means. Of course, you don't know what it means. You read them backwards. Read what backwards? You talking to me? These comments? These comments are not read backwards. I'm reading them forward. Are you talking to me? So if you're not familiar with this story, just Josie, I don't really know what Jordan Woods is, an influencer. An influencer was discussing a dress line she made. Another influencer bought it, said she didn't like it. She said it felt cheap, like Shein. And then the one who said the dress was cheap proceeded to make 9 or 10 videos in regards to it. Either she drug it. So that's the whole story, but I just didn't like the comment section. I just felt like people were being nasty in it and it didn't make any sense. This from Miss Aquarius is Stella drug it. She drugged that dress. Not the dress dragon. Yes, honey. Yes. This is from Anastasia says, yes, she did the most. She knew she was buying a mesh dress, which I get, but why are people talking about her body? That's part I'm not getting. This from Sheree says, Stella very first TikTok about getting the products started criticizing the price points and payments options broke. She even ordered. This is from Kim's Life says, yes, I feel like she wanted to come for Jordan and it didn't work for her. I was just like, shit. She said that the dress was a low quality mesh, but she never actually offered what a high quality mesh looks like. That's the only thing I didn't quite understand. The whole thing was a hot ghetto mess, but y'all, that's my leg. Y'all, don't be out here body shaming people. That dress looks perfectly fine on her, to her, okay? I was thinking about I think I want to get it. I think I want to get the black one. I think I want to get the black one. I do. I think I'm gonna get the black one. I feel like I have the right body for it. I do. I do think I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Under all these baggy clothes, I look like something. Okay. Under all these baggy clothes, I actually have a figure. Okay. And I want the black one too. I do. I want the black one too. So bad. Yeah, but okay. Okay. Let me just can I pull it up for you, Nisha? Can I pull it up for you? Can I just pull it up for you? And can we all just like look at it? Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, I'll go to her website now. Girl, you crazy. Yes, I'm about to show you this. Look at this dress. Look at this dress. You telling me you wouldn't pay 120 for this dress? I can't show all the pictures because it's very explicit, but look at this dress. Look at this dress. This dress is, look at this dress. I want this dress so bad. Because I feel like you can rouge it up at the legs. You know what I mean? Oh, you crazy if you don't think this dress is cute. You're crazy if you don't think this dress is cute. Oh, I want this dress so bad. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. What you saying now? Nisha. Nisha Price. What you saying now, Nisha? Because you know the dress is bad. It's a nice dress. It's a nice dress. Okay. This from AK says it's probably a poorly made and not worth the price. No, she said it was vegan mesh. I don't know what that means, but I guess I could just Google what vegan mesh means. Hold on. It says mesh is a material that resembles a web or a net due to containing a large number of closely spaced holes. How was mesh made? It says mesh is made typically from nylon or polyester, but both nylon and polyester are made from petroleum. And it says the polymer monomers are obtained through petroleum, treated with acids and other chemical agents, and passed through a spinderant to create strands. And these strands then turn into nylon or polyester. Is mesh sustainable? Mesh is typically not sustainable fabric because the nylon and polyester is made up of plastics, but both nylon and polyester can be made from recycled or used materials like plastic bottles and nets. But much isn't. So vegan mesh can be made from cotton, denim, fleece, lycra, what's it called? Memory foam, micro fleece, moleskin, modal, I don't know what this is, neoprene, spandex, silicone, vinyl, or velour. So yeah, it's probably made from recycled goods. Good for her. That's probably what makes it so expensive because it says mesh is normally not made from recycled goods. That's why most of it's not vegan. But if she says she had vegan mesh, it means she used recycled goods to make her dresses, which is sustainable and recyclable. Okay. So I still want the dress. So you sure do. I sure do. Did Ray just kill that troll? Who's Ray? This is from Renessa. That's cool. Jordan includes plus size females. She does. Her dresses go up to 3X, y'all. They go up to 3X, y'all. Y'all got to get into this dress. Okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it for all of us. How about that? How about I get it? And if y'all want to borrow it, I'm gonna get a size. I'm gonna get a size medium. Okay, I'll get a medium. She said size. What did Jordan say? Size down. If you want it tight, size down. If you want it a bit loose, size up. I guess I would do a large or medium, one of the two. Thank you, Virtuous Eatery. This is from Ray says, did he leave me or block me? Ray, oh, I think he left, Ray. Ray, not you in here tussling. Um, what is mesh usually made of? Petroleum. And what did it say? It's usually made from polymers made out of petroleum. So it's a plastic. It's usually made out of plastics or petroleum. Polymers made from petroleum, but you can use recycled goods like recycled bottles and recycled plastic and recycled netting, and then you can make nylon, which is vegan, right? And it's recyclable. This Mia says, I didn't think it looked bad on her. She just needed better undergarments. Here's my thing about Stella. She purposely doesn't wear undergarments because she knows her body is shocking. And I think she plays into that. Like I don't think she actually does. I think that's just what she tells us. I think she actually hates her body, but she knows her body is like is very like shocking to look at. So she just wears whatever for shock value, right? She's like a Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey exhibit, except instead of her having to go on tour with the other freaks, she's not a freak, but that's just the best term I got. The other sites to see, instead of her having to do that, she can do it herself and just rake in the bucks. I think there's something to be had about people who overly show their bodies in a way that's like what she wears. If you go through Stella's entire YouTube, because she's a YouTuber, you guys, she's not a real TikToker. She's a real OG YouTuber. If you go through her YouTubes and see the stuff that she wears and see the reasons why she had went viral many times across the internet, is because she wears stuff for shock value. I'm not saying that she has to cover her body up. I don't think she does. I think it's her body. If she wants to make money showing it off and showing off the non-beauty standards of it, right? Like the non-secular beauty standards of her body, like her apron or her size or her different parts of her body that doesn't look normal but looks a bit abnormal, and she wants to make money off it. That's her business. But I think she does do it because it does pay the bills. Does that make sense? Like I didn't mean it like that. That was a typo. But like that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of like, like a freak show. Who is calling me? Hold on. Sorry, you guys. That was my sister. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. So that's what I meant. I mean it. I didn't mean it in that sense. I meant it in the sense of like, like I didn't mean it in freak. I didn't mean like I just meant in like the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. You understand what I mean? Like Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, essentially, right? Like that's how I look at it as her like showing off her body because she knows it's slightly different than the norm and she's getting paid off of it. Does that make sense? This is from Dira Williams. Dira says, I don't know what you're talking about. What is the link? What link? Oh, we're talking about people who are body shaming Stella for the dress she wore, even though Stella didn't have an issue with the dress on her body. She had the issue with the material. And people were talking about, oh, her body, the dress is not for your body. She never talked about her body. Someone was asking me in regards to that, right? I think she shows off her body because I think she knows it gives shock value and that's how she gets paid for it. It's like the bearded lady. Yes, like a bearded lady. You got what I'm trying to say. You said Jordan was plus size herself. She was, but yeah, she was, but she no longer is. This one, Renette said, then at certain times they might have 30% off, etc., off the dress, even better. Maybe. If not, I'm still gonna get it regardless. I think it's a good price. You said you wear the clothes that make you feel good and don't worry about the others. Look, your opinion is rude and unsolicited unless they ask for it. Exactly. Right. Like I feel like Jordan should wear what or Stella can wear whatever she wants to wear. And the fact that people were coming at her in the comment sections, like, you know what I mean? They were just coming at her in the comments and like, oh, the dress is not for your body. She never said that. I'm like, y'all must not know who Stella Williams is. I think a lot of people I think a lot of people may not know who Stella is, but Stella has always, always, always shown off her body. Um, you know what I mean? She's always, always, always shown off her body in that sense. So I don't know why people are like, oh, the dress ain't for you, sis. It is for her. The dress is for anybody who wants to wear it. Do you understand what I mean? Like anybody who wants to wear the dress can wear the dress. Like it's that simple. I don't know. I don't know why people came for her body first. I understand that Stella is annoying and the way that she had went after um the way that she had went after what's her name? Jordan was kind of obnoxious, but ain't nobody ashamed to that. This from Ezra said, what's the link with the Kardashians? Well, Stella had she'd been a brand ambassador allegedly. Not allegedly, she's been a brand ambassador for the Kardashians for a long time because of their Skims collection. She's done brand deals with them for years. So yeah, she's been doing brand deals with them for years. So I'm not entirely sure, like, hold on one second. So I'm not entirely sure why she or why she picked a fight with Jordan because it looks hella suspicious. You know what I mean? Like her picking a fight with Jordan looks really bad and it looks really, 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 really suspicious, you know? So mm, that to me in and of itself was strange. That was strange in and of itself. This from Tyre says, in my Luli voice, money world, you're amazing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's an inside joke, but I don't follow. Just Blue, she said $17 for a similar dress on Shein. Yeah, but I want the Jordan one because I want to support a black business. Does that make sense? It's not about price points, you guys. It's about supporting a black business. I understand we're in a recession and prices are high and woo woo. But at the end of the day, though, like I just want to support a black. I just want to support a black business. Like does that make sense? I just want to support a black business. So I don't want to support Shein and their slave labor. That's weird. Do you think it was personal? I don't think it was personal in the sense like most people think it is, like an axe to grind, but I definitely think it was a way for Stella to just like chase. She was clout chasing. She definitely was clout chasing. Um, she was definitely clout chasing. She was expecting to get a rise. When we do content over here, we don't expect to get rises out of celebrities, and when we do, it's always hilarious. Like it's funny. You know what I mean? It's always funny. It's like, oh wow, neat. They heard us, or we're not talking to you. Why are you over here? And it happens often. Okay. You'll be shocked. It happens quite often with celebrities. They find their way to our comment section for no apparent reason, even though nobody was talking about them. So, but I don't chase clout. I definitely don't because I don't care. If I see a story that I think is interesting, I'm gonna talk about it. If I see a story that I find interesting, I'm going to talk about it. Okay. If I see a story that I find interesting, I'm going to talk about it. It's that simple. Okay. If it pisses a celebrity off, not my problem, but I don't go chasing clout. Now, what Stella was doing was definitely clout chasing. It gave very much clout chasing vibes. This from Jalen says the only time people complain about prices is when the brand creators are black. $120 for a luxury brand is very reasonable. It is. You can't even get a pair of earrings from Tiffany's for $125 or $120. So like I feel like $120 is a fair price to pay. I'm getting the black dress. I don't know about y'all. Okay. You want to borrow it? Just email me, but I'm getting it because I want to support a black business. And I like Jordan Woods. This one, Quima says, I feel like Jordan and Stella are in cahoots to boost sales. All press is good press. That also could be a thing. Because if you look at Jordan Woods' content, like, now that you say that, you might be onto something. So if you go through Jordan Woods' content, notice how all of her videos are just definitely a publicist made these videos. Hold on one second. Hold on. I got to look at something. No. No. You on something. Okay. So I'm watching this video and she's just eating random popcorn trying to be a relatable girl. And look at this here. Look at this. Look at these jump cuts that you're about to see here, which tells me that she did not make these videos via TikTok. She made these videos in a phone and she's trying to look like she made them in TikTok. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to hit play. You don't really need to hear the volume, but I'm going to turn it up. Just watch. Watch her hand. Okay, so I think I'm more of an Orville girl. It's very quick. It's a very sleight of hand. She's putting her hand, right? When you're making a TikTok video and you're doing your real-time edits, and I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like. Hold on. When you're making a TikTok, come on, TikTok, take me back to the homepage. I hate this. When you're making a TikTok, right? You're going to hit the plus button here. I'm doing it backwards. And when you're making a video like this, right? When you're making a video, you're going to hit the play button. Crap. I can't do it backwards, but you're going to hit the play button and then you're going to talk, you're going to talk, you're going to talk, and then you're going to stop it. That's how you pause, kind of collect your thoughts, and you go back in, and then you hit the play button again, and then you stop. These are where your jump edits come in. So when you look at Jordan's video, her jump edits are off. I'm like, why are they off? They're off because they were edited outside of the app. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what does that have to do with them being in cahoots together? It tells me that Jordan doesn't manage her TikTok. She doesn't. She does not manage her TikTok. That's what that tells me immediately. Jordan doesn't look tech savvy enough to manage her TikTok. She may know how to scroll, right? She may know how to leave a comment here or two, but she's not She's not media tech savvy. So when I look at her videos and they look like that, they look unusual. Okay? And then this is the only video where you see here, right? You see where you see where Stella's name is grayed out. Hold on. You see it right there where it says Stella Williams and it's in a gray box. Can you see that? That's a stitched video. That means that if I click on Stella's name here, it'll take me back to Stella's original video. That's a stitch video. That is somebody who is very much engulfed in the TikTok community and they know exactly how to use the app, right? But that's the only stitch video that I can see on Jordan's page, which means she does not stitch content very often because she doesn't manage their social media. Only people who stitch videos manage their social media. And if you see here, she doesn't have any other stitched video, right? She doesn't manage this page. She doesn't manage it. So the fact that if she doesn't manage TikTok, right? If she doesn't manage TikTok, that means she doesn't use TikTok. Okay? If you don't use TikTok, you don't know what people are saying about you on TikTok. So the simple fact that one person made a video who didn't like her dress when no one even knew she was coming out with a collection, let's be for real. Nobody knew she was coming out with a collection. Okay? So the fact that this is an app that you clearly don't use, you have a publicist and a social media manager who makes all your videos because the jump cuts are horrible. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to stitch this one video of this one random person who I don't know who said something bad about my dress that nobody knew I was producing. Come on, man. She almost had me. She Quema, she almost Jordan and Stella almost had me. She 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 almost had me. But I'm glad you said something because I had to go back and look. I said, only time people stitch your videos like that is if they use the app. She does not use that app. That's your first stitch video out of a zillion videos. That's the first one you decide to stitch on an app you don't even use. You know how like people will see Nicki Minaj in the comment sections all over TikTok because Nicki Minaj actually uses TikTok. She may not go live on there because she probably doesn't really understand the mechanisms of going live on TikTok, but she definitely is in the comment sections on TikTok, okay? Because she's an avid TikTok user. But not Jordan. I've never randomly seen a Jordan Woods comment somewhere. Does that make sense? I've never randomly seen Jordan Woods leaving comments on TikTok, which means she doesn't use the app. She just has it because it's just there. But for her to sit down and be like, oh, I'm going to stitch this one video, that was manufactured. And Stella was probably paid. You're right. I believe it. And that ain't no conspiracy theory. This from Ashton says, oh, thanks for the tutorial. Let me go make a TikTok. That tutorial was terrible. Don't listen to that one. You said, oh, I was talking to some of the meanies in the comments. Oh, who's in the comments? This is from Natalie says, I never heard of them about the dress Stella did review on. Yeah, they're millennials. They're my age. So they're like in their 30s. They are. They're in like their early 30s, like late 20s, early 30s. They're definitely millennials. They're old. They're older. They're not like young 16-year-olds and some old bitches. Okay, this from Queen says, exactly. I never heard of the collection until Stella. Mm-hmm. And now everyone's buying the dress and trying it on. This from Double H says, and her response was icing on the cake, too sweet. It was so manufacturedly sweet. Yeah. No, I think that was a paid partnership. And Stella brought it. She did a good job. I think that was a paid partnership. I think that was a backdoor paid partnership. And obviously they didn't post it on TikTok. She did that was definitely a paid partnership. Because Stella said, oh, this is the dress everyone's talking about. And when nobody talking about the dress until you, Stella. Weird. It's a great marketing plan because I'm definitely gonna buy the dress because that was smart. So it's considered manufactured chaos or manufactured outrage or whatever you want to call it. I would consider it manufactured outrage, right? It's fake outrage in order to elicit a response. The response being sales. So, interesting. Interesting. But that's all that I have for you guys today. And thank you again for tuning in for the Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. We'll be back tomorrow again because it's Black History Month at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern here at the Nosy Bystanders Live on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure you like that. Smash the like button on your way out. Don't be ignorant. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Don't worry. We'll be back as usual. All right. Bye-bye.